everybody, and welcome to episode 14 of the AFK Hour Podcast. I'm your host, jlucio, and today we have LeoErebus.
What's up, everybody?
NABjr.
Hello.
Darlena, aka SqueakyToad.
Hi there.
And the one and only Firesplash21.
What it do, baby? What it do? What it do?
So, Jose, you're brand new to SavePoint, right?
Indeed, indubitably.
So, welcome to the team. We all love you here. What's one thing the audience should know about you as the new member of SavePoint?
One thing y'all should know is I'm a grinder, and you can't expect the normal with me. I'm pretty random, as you can tell. Other than that, you can expect consistent energy and consistent yawning, especially. My brain needs a lot of oxygen, but you can expect me to yawn a lot in streams. But I bring that energy.
In your opinion, what's one thing you bring to the team other than the grind?
I bring in those catchphrases, baby. I bring in those catchphrases.
And how does everyone feel about Jose being a part of the team? He recently joined 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. He's new. He's relatively new. He's his first time being on the podcast, so this is a new scene for him. He's just been streaming constantly.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I've known Jose for a really long time. I've known him more than all of y'all, besides, of course, Nick. So I'm pretty happy that he's on here with the squad as well.
For me, I just met the guy, but I think he's pretty cool. Cooler than George, I'd say.
Oh, okay.
I can't wait to see how many what he does he says in his career.
Yeah, we'll just see how it goes. I think he's been doing pretty good as long as he continues that effort and doesn't stop. I think that's all we need in this team is we gotta continue what we're doing, because it's a long path. Not tomorrow, it's not next month. Who knows how long it'll take us to get to where we want.
Yep, and currently we're grinding for partner for Twitch. You could catch us on twitch.tv/SavePoint_TV, and that's where Jose is going to be spending most of his time there. So if you want to see this What It Do baby guy on stream live, just tune in on Thursday, and we're going to try to squeeze him in on Monday and Tuesday. Is that correct?
Yes sir, because the grind never stops. You gotta continue that grind. We've been going at a good rate. We want to continue that momentum.
So these past couple episodes, I guess 2 podcasts, we've been talking about more news-heavy stuff. So this one, we're gonna take a step back because there's a lot of news still happening, but we're gonna just reflect on it for a while, and we're gonna talk about our own. We're gonna talk about different opinions in the gaming scene. The first topic we're gonna be discussing is does tryharding ruin the gaming scene in your opinion?
For me, tryharding, I think, is essential in video games. I do not think it's ruining the game. I think it adds. I mean, personally, I'm a competitive person, so you could say I am a tryhard because I honestly always want to win. If I'm not winning, I'm not having as much fun as I would be if I was winning. So I think it's something good in the gaming scene, in my opinion. There's also other benefits, like, for instance, professional video games, right? Like, there's so much, like, the money-wise that people make off professional video games is so much. So if people are making so much money just for tryharding, why is that bad?
I think that people who say their opinion is that tryharding does ruin gaming is those who just want to play casually, and they don't think winning is winning isn't essential to the fun they have. And so they just want to have a good time, and they feel like tryhards kind of ruin the fun for them in that sense.
Well, I guess it would also depend on what type of tryhard you are, Like, there are some people like me that, if I'm playing with friends that I know aren't as competitive as I am, and I know we're gonna lose, but I don't try to, I try not to get angry. Sometimes I do get angry because it's I understand they're not playing to get better at the game or anything, but it's kind of at one point you want to try to improve at least I would think so. If you're spending so much time at something, you would at least want to get better, at least a little bit,
Yeah, I would say that it also depends on like what you're thinking tryhard is, right? Because tryhard it could, like Marcos is saying, it kind of more like professional esports playing. Does tryhard equal that? I think it really depends on what instance of tryhard we're trying to go for. Like, what if you're playing with little kids that are like you're playing with your little cousins, right? Are you considered a tryhard? In my opinion, there would be someone that's literally going all out, playing against little kids. Like they're little kids, bro. Like you don't need to be playing competitive. Like they're like 10 years younger than you or whatever they might be. They're having fun, and you're over here like I don't know, you're playing Call of Duty with them. You're just like murdering them every 4 seconds. I don't know. Because you know how to play the game, or if you're just tryharding like you're saying like FPS or like any like league or something. Like when you're playing a casual game like ARAM or something, and people just play for fun, and then somebody's just taking the game way too serious or not serious at all. I think there's a lot of different forms of tryhard, and I think it depends which form we are talking about. But I think for me, like, I think depending on who you're playing with is how you're gonna play, and then there is like if you're saying try hard professional like esports or like actually playing to learn and get good, I think that's something that will happen because like people that actually care about the game, that's what they want to do. They want to get good. They want to go up the tiers. They want to level up or whatever form of rank up progression system the game has. But I think it always is depending on the context of like, are you playing with friends to level up or are you playing with friends to mess around? And then like, are your friends like that, or do you have that, like, are you playing Among Us with a tryhard that like you're over here trying to have fun and this guy's just like, nah bro, this guy's lying. Usually that guy ends up losing really fast because everybody hates him and they're just, who cares if he's not the actual guy, they just kill him. But I don't know, like there's a lot of different ways I think personally they can think about it.
My 2 cents in this whole thing is that if you're not tryharding, then it's not fun at all, because whatever you try to do, like if you're playing a game, you're gonna play for fun, obviously. But for me, whenever you're having fun, it's whenever you're winning. So let's say you're playing League, right? I'm not gonna flame. Tryharding and flaming are 2 different things. Okay. If I'm tryharding, I'm gonna try my personal best and have a strong will not to flame others, in my opinion. And if someone's not doing as good as I am, then I'm not gonna fault them. I'm just gonna try even harder on what I can do, right? So when it comes to those types of games, I'm always tryharding, quote unquote tryharding, because I know I could do better than the rest, if that makes any sense. But when I do play with Marcos, I consider Marcos a really big tryhard. But the thing is that he has a weak mental. So like whenever he starts tryharding, it bleeds into the team, and then he starts raging. He's like let's say he dies in the first 5 minutes. He's like, it's okay, it's over. FF, let's surrender. And I'm just like, hey bro, it's just 5 minutes in, bro. Just take a chill pill and just relax.
I honestly think if you don't try hard in a game, I just think it doesn't come out of it as fun. Because don't get me wrong, like out of everyone here, I'm pretty sure I'm one of the worst gamers there is when it comes to like shooter games, especially. But when it comes to sports and stuff like that, I try hard to like no tomorrow, bro. Like, because that's my element. If I'm in my element, I expect to win all my games, bro. Because I know if I play you 1v1, I'm gonna wreck you in that game. When it comes to shooters, like when I mainly play with Marcos, he gets tilted, give or take, after 3 or 4 matches because he has this a damage point of like 1,000. I'm here with only like 50 points in damage, bro. But like that makes it fun because he's trying to try hard. But I know when he's tryharding, he starts to get a little mad, and it makes it fun and it makes it funny also. It may not be fun for him because he's already getting tilted, but for me, I find it hilarious.
Listen here, you little shit.
So, but I think it's really, it makes the game much more fun. But I mean, each person is different. Some people just play it casually. But I don't think if you consistently play for it more than 5 hours a day, I don't know if you can consider that casual play anymore. And I think, like what Marco said, like if you don't, try to improve in the game and you're consistently playing on it, then I mean, there has to be a point where you're gonna start you hit that tryhard level. Just because you're consistently on the grind. If not, then you're kind of just wasting your time, even though you enjoy it. If that makes sense.
I will say though that I feel like tryhard, like the tryhard you're describing, like tryhard, I think to me is more of a negative connotation. Like if I were to say professional esports player, or somebody that is playing games like to be professional, to me that does not equal tryhard. Like that, like to be a player that wants to get better, to me is not the same as a tryhard. Like a tryhard to me is a person that quote unquote wants to get better, but is just shitting on everybody. Like is not like a team player, doesn't work. doesn't like, he's not helping other people get better. He's not actually looking at stuff to get better themselves. Like I think to me, there's a difference between what you're describing. Like, well, I mean, in some instances, some people are describing it as tryhard, like you guys. But in some instances, like you're just saying you want to get better. Like, there's people that do that, and that's not considered tryharding. That's just them, like, that's just trying to actually get good. Like, get good stuff.
Okay.
Like they're learning from their own mistakes. They're telling like their comrades, like, hey, do this, do that. Or like, there's people that play tournaments and then they tell each teammate like, hey, I saw you do this in the VOD or whatever. You should do this next time. Like to me, that's not tryharding. That's like actually wanting to learn how to play the game, and get good in the game. And maybe they're actually aiming to be a professional player. I don't know. But I think most people always try to win, even casual players. But there's still like a difference between like casually trying to win and then just like being an asshole and trying to win, and then like just being good or trying to get good and trying to win.
Okay, so I think there's just a discrepancy in like the definition, I guess. I guess everyone has their own different term, because I don't consider that tryharding. I think at that point you're just flaming your team. They're not doing as good as well as you are. Like tryharding to me is just someone that's like just on the grind, trying to get better. They don't care about other people's gameplay. They just want to continue the grind and try to improve their ranking system. Now, I will address the issue that Darlena had about newcomers, because it is a struggle if someone's new to the game and then they're thrown into a match and then you don't know anything. Like let's say I'll use myself as an example. When I was playing Valorant, I'm brand new to the game. I recently started playing and everyone knew how to play. I was playing against like golds and platinums because we're playing with a viewer, and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was lost, but at the same time I was still trying. So no one raged at me, no one said anything bad to me, but I've been gaming for many years. So like, let's say somebody that is brand new, who doesn't have this experience, they'll be really discouraged from entering the scene. But I think at that point, it is the developer's job to make a better ranking system or queuing system, because it's not the player's responsibility, it's not the player's responsibility to be queued up with people their skill level.
But the thing with matchmaking, because like let's say for instance like you, that you queued up with your friend, right, or with the viewer, or anyone, right, whatever, and they go into a match. Like, how are you supposed to balance that out? Like, would you balance it out on the other team putting a bad player and then like good players, equivalent to your team? If you were to do that, like let's say in a game for Valorant, it's 5 people, right, and they're all pretty crucial players. If one dies, you're already at a 4v5. So that you're already at a disadvantage there, just because you have a shitty player or a new player, right? So like, how as a game developer, how are you supposed to balance that?
Well, it's their job to do it. It's not my job.
Okay.
It's all theirs. They figure it out.
Yeah, they figure it out. It's not my job.
They can't figure it out because they're Smurfs. Smurfs account exists. You do it in Overwatch, bro. You have like 4 different Smurfs accounts. So there's no way for them to fix it. I mean, I do understand in placement matches, you can't, mess with that because it's placement matches. You have to get placed with plats or golds or whatever your, area. But you know, at the end of the day, you're gonna get mixed in because you can't control that because you know Smurfs exist. And I mean that in correlation goes to tryhards. You know, they have their Smurf accounts because I guess they want to go try hard, but with people that are not as good as them because maybe they're not as good in their own ranking. But in general, that could be a negative effect on tryharding. You know, they in turn want to try hard by making these Smurf accounts and playing with people that are not currently at their level, but they know that they're better than them. And it just ruins the game there in that point, especially for everyone else, because they're like, man, but this guy's a Smurf and he's already here like murking on us. Like, go back to your old, like your original account, you're diamond, but yeah, you can't get up to Grandmaster, bro, then just, try to get better type of thing.
Good point, actually.
I do agree that we have I think we all have different definition of a tryhard here. For the most part.
Yeah. I did want to bring up an example, like a video. It was like a pretty big controversy last week, I think. It was a TikTok video. It was a clip of a Twitch streamer playing Fall Guys, and they were playing the last level. It was like hexagon, so they were doing like the jump method from one hex to another, right, to slow down the rate that they fall at. And there was this guy who was doing commentary of that clip, and he was saying that this is the reason why I don't play video games, because of tryhards like this. He was saying that this game was only out for like a week, and people are trying this hard at this game, at like a simple casual party game. He was saying that you would lose the fun in a game if you turn everything so competitive. So I wanted to ask, like, what you guys think. Is tryharding a thing in a casual party game like Fall Guys?
Answer this because I saw that. I've seen it before, that video. And I just, again, this is my personal opinion, and I'm not, trying to attack the guy who made it. Everyone is entitled to their own personal opinion. But I think it's just so dumb to think that, tryharding ruins party games. Because I'm pretty sure everyone here played Mario Party.
Yeah.
Mario Party created all this, party game method. I think they were like the catalyst for that. And you cannot tell me you didn't do tryhard on Mario Party. I remember playing with my brother, and I don't know if it was Mario Party 7 or 8, but it was like the star, it was the battlefield was a star, and like as time progressed, like the corners would fall. And yes, both of us were trying hard, but we were both laughing. Like at the end of the day, if you think tryhard takes the fun out of especially a party game, then I don't think you've played with others in the same room, because I would think everyone's objective would be to try to win the game. But at the same time, it doesn't get to the point where someone rages and they're like, they throw their controller at the person's face and be like, I'm done because you're tryhard, bro. Like, no. At the end of the day, everyone is trying to win. And whether if it takes for you to try hard and you still lose, well, hey, bro, get good at the game. Don't be a garbage, bro.
Yeah, I watched the video too, and I felt kind of similar. Just like, I mean, that I feel like anybody that would have won, he would have said that too. And the whole point of that game is to somehow win, right? So, like, if you're trying to win somehow, you're gonna have to try to figure out, hey, how do I win in this level? If it's to jump slowly to get to the next hexagon, then that's what you're gonna do. Some people might be better at you at doing it. If you care so much, like, to win at that level, then you're gonna have to like practice more, I guess, or just play it more. But I think, like, to me, like, it's not just like, hey, if you, like, Tim the Tat Man.
Tim the Tat Man.
Tim the Tat Man. Like, he took apparently forever to get a win, right? And that guy still kept going at it. Like, there was people that were a lot better than him, but you just keep trying. Like, I mean, George got his win. Marcos got his win. Like,
garbage, bro.
Well,
it takes a while.
The reason why he continued playing was because the big donos, bro. He was like, well, I don't give a fuck if I'm losing. I'm winning with the money, bro. Like, that's why he continued on the grind.
I mean, it's you don't know. Maybe he likes it. He wants to get the dub, bro. I mean, at the same time, are you telling me you're gonna quit a game or not get a dub if everyone's talking shit about you? Like, when you didn't get your dub, it took you 12 hours. I kept telling you, bro, you're trash. You still haven't gotten a dub. It took me only 6 hours to get a dub. Because what did you do? No, what did you do? You sat there for 4 hours straight, taking over the stream, the 24-hour stream, until you got a damn dub.
I got a dub.
And you got a dub.
Because that's just my personality. I'm very competitive. No matter what it is, I'm always gonna try to win. Okay.
And that's the thing. Like, see, like if it's that's someone's nature to try like that, like it's not a bad thing, But I mean, again, that's a different opinion on about that dono money, or if they actually want to get because at the end of the day, I don't want to get shit told by my boys and be like, hey, bro, you haven't got a dub, you're trash, bro. And I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna get this right now, bro.
Also, really quick, here's a really cool conspiracy I just thought of. What if Tim the Tatman threw all those games so he could be on the news reel? Because I mean, there's no fucking way he didn't get a win in 6 or 7 days. He's a gamer. He's an avid gamer. It doesn't matter what type of game it is. It just comes inherently like that kind of skill, especially that type of game.
Yeah, but it also has ping, and it also has like other streamers that are also actually good, like that might have be like better than him, or like it might have Jose in that lobby. And like, can he beat Jose? I don't know.
I did kill him in Apex once. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Oh my god. Another thing, so for instance on Fall Guys, right? What is the game about? It's about winning first place. Literally knocking out every other opponent to get first place. So in a game like Fall Guys, I understand you don't like casually, even if you play it casually, the objective is to win. Are you telling me that someone like me that wants to play to win as well is just gonna be like, oh, you're playing casually? Oh, you know what? Let me just jump off the map. Here's your crown, dude. Like, fuck no, dude. I'm gonna try to get my win. Like, why the fuck would I throw my win to give it to you? Like, there's no need. I don't care if you're gonna play for 10 minutes, well, that's your fucking fault playing 10 minutes, dude. Like, and also as Nick said, like, you're gonna find a strategy to, for instance, on this one, last the longest, try to win. Like, I just saw the video like a couple minutes ago, and I mean, I think that guy's just a little bitch, dude.
I will say this real quick on Marcus is like, yeah, I'm gonna win. Like, I don't think he knows that you can do this with 4 players on your team. Not everyone's gonna get the dub. Eventually, y'all gonna have to fight for that crown. I remember this guy at the freaking, I don't know, the cylinder one, that just grabbed me and just pushed me off and just ended my career right there, bro. I was like, yeah, and he just grabs me and throws me off into the slime. I'm like, bro, I see how it is, but that's how it is.
Clap the
like,
cheeks.
But I mean, that's just how it is. Like, and I mean, I also want to know from this guy's perspective if he's actually a gamer, because at the end of the day, everyone has their opinion, but if you're not really a gamer, like into games and stuff like that, I don't know if that opinion will be valid at the same time.
And even in sports, like, you don't play to lose, you play to win.
I mean, some people want that money, but
even then, you still play to win.
But you still have to win so you could get that money, bro.
No, that's not how it works, bro. Like, I don't think like people like, what's this? I'm not gonna throw his name out there, but like, you could be the quarterback of a famous sports team.
Say the team, it doesn't matter.
The Seattle Seahawks are garbage.
Yeah,
right?
get the fuck out of here.
You legit. No, I'll bring this instance. Like, this coach from the 76ers, Brett Brown. He was there for 7 years. He had two 25-game losing streaks in 2 seasons. His record was like 307 to like 634, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not too accurate. He was there for 7 years. And he was still employed for 5 of those years. He was losing, like, I think he only reached double-digit wins 3 times. Double-digit wins, 82 games. Double-digit, only like twice, maybe 3 times. So, I know he was trying to win, but at the same time, look, you're paid to do a job. But at the same time, depending on who employs you, they might be like, we're still giving you money. You're still doing your job, technically. But, I don't know. It's just different, It's different.
Like, Darlene, you as yourself, I mean, like, you are a casual gamer. Yes? No?
Yes.
Yes.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Like, I guess, because I'm pretty sure most of us are tryhards here. Like, where is your point of view as in, like, For instance, Fall Guys. It's a party game, yes, but like,
Mhm.
are you not trying to win at all, or like, like?
Oh, of course I'm trying to win in the game. Like as a casual gamer, I'm always like trying to win, but I try to to the best of my ability to make it through rounds, but I'm just not like very good with coordination, so
Mhm.
I never really win too much of it. But I think for when I lose, I don't get angry about it kind of thing. I'm just like, dang, I'm kind of disappointed. Oh well, I'll try again next time kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I consider myself also like that. I mean, I just play. I mean, I always play to win. But like, I mean, I'm not gonna win all the fucking games, especially when I'm playing against 60 other players all around the fucking world. Like, what is this bullshit? Like, yeah, like I might beat the 10-year-old kid that was playing on his PlayStation. He didn't know how to press A, but
I don't have
I do sometimes. And George, he grabs me, but sometimes I grab him back and he dies. So
I
Yeah.
cannot agree
goes.
with anyone on our team. Okay, I'm just throwing that out there.
I agree with everyone, bro. There's no survival. There's survival of the fittest, bro. Like I'm here to cook like no tomorrow, bro.
No, the reason I don't agree is because I want them, or I want you guys to be in the final round, and to me, I'm gonna snatch that crown from you, right? Because it's so close. It's even closer than the other rounds.
Hey, bro, I'm just Hex God right now. Hex God, you can't touch me.
Hey, where's that clip of me beating him right in front of his face on stream?
Oh
I
shit!
felt bad for you, so like that one.
There.
Yeah, Real quick, my opinion on these party games being tryhards. I mean, to me, party games they're equivalent to board games, and we're all here really big board game players. And if somebody, and like Nick is like probably the king of all board games because he has the biggest collection since he has the most money. But I digress. But if there's a new board game I want to play, I want Nick to teach me, and then the next round, even though I'm new, I would want to try hard if I know all the rules. So, like, I don't know, that's how I see party games as a whole. And especially when you're talking about Mario Party, like no one played Mario Party to make friends. You guys were already friends, and you're gonna destroy that friendship. And also Monopoly as well.
Okay.
Everyone knows Monopoly as the ruiner of friendship, right?
Yeah.
But like that's because everyone's trying to win. There's only one winner, and it's very easy to depict who the winner is going to be, and then plus everyone's trying to get that goal. They're trying to achieve it. People don't know how to. Some people are just not competitors. They just want to be casually just there for the fun of it, which is not wrong. But they have to understand that people are going to try the fuck out of it, try to win in everything, even in life. I think that's just a life mentality.
Hey, well, board games, they're a different thing, You gotta win. If you ain't winning, what are you doing?
Just so the viewers know, Nick and Jose have a little rivalry in Munchkin. Correct? Yes, no?
You want to tell them how many times I won? You want to tell them how many times I won?
Oh, bro, I won once, all right? I don't see anybody here with a dub in their belt.
Because I won IRL, okay? That's all that matters.
I won IRL too, bro.
How many times did I win?
man.
Was it 4
I
times?
didn't
5
even-
times? What was it? In a row? But anyways, I think like always people when you're at work, you had a job, you want a promotion, right? It's just the same thing. You want to get you have to get results to really get the promotion, or you want to start a business, so you have to be able to get people to actually invest in your business or use your thing, and so you have to be better than your competition. And that's like one of the things about pretty much all America and a lot of everywhere here. Competition is what makes the world go round and round. It makes inventions become better. It makes companies improve upon things. I mean, of course, there's also money. Everybody cares about money, and laws and things that make things not happen. But that's what it's always people are always on about, because they money. Money is equal to a lot of things. But in order to be your better self, as people say, I guess you need to get better, whether it's in yourself, in your video games, if that's what we're talking about. I don't know, on welding, building cars, programming, business, being a doctor, Whatever
Man,
it
welding
is
was
you're
so
doing.
specific. Why are we welding?
Okay.
Oh my. Wait, Marcos, do you think tryharding ruins gaming? Yes or no?
No.
Nick?
I think tryharding, like, I think it depends on your definition of it, but I never
Your
get.
definition.
I don't get bored, because of somebody else. I get bored because of
What does
myself.
that even mean?
What does that mean? What?
So like, what he's trying to say is like, he's not like, dude, George is always just raging at me. I don't want to play this game anymore. He's more like, dude, alright, I'm bored of this game, dude. Getting off. Doesn't matter what anyone else is saying.
Like if we grind like a game for so long, after a while, if I don't find the game entertaining anymore, I'm gonna get bored, and that's what I mean. Like that goes into the next topic. To me, that's what ruins gaming. Like not necessarily gaming, but the game. Like I don't feel like playing it anymore. Like after you play a lot of times the same game over and over and over again, and you know, like maybe yes, you beat them 100 times, but like it gets boring after a while. Or even if you lose, like sometimes you just get bored, and like you have to go and play another game, and then come back later, and then you also check if your hair is fine.
Darlena, what do you think? Does tryharding ruin game? Yes or no?
No, I don't think it does. It's what keeps it interesting. But I understand why people like are kind of salty about tryharders, because they're the people who kind of just want to coast. That's how I see them. They just want to coast. They don't want to put in as much effort to be able to like win or get to the level that tryhards are.
Good input.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think tryharding ruins gaming. You forgot to ask me, by the way.
I did ask you. You said yes.
I didn't say yes.
Oh wait, no.
You
You didn't ask me.
You're the host, so I would assume you would have answered something.
Okay. Okay, here's a fun topic. Who do you think's the biggest tryhard in SavePoint?
I think it's George.
I'm okay with that.
Nick, what do you think?
Huh? I want to hear yours first.
Oh, you want to hear mine first? I mean, okay, we're going through like virtual gaming. I say it's a tie between Marcos and George, but I think I give the slight edge to Marcos. Now we're talking about board games. I would say it's Nick.
What?
Yeah, Nick is free tryhard in board games.
What? I don't know what you guys are talking about. I would also say, like, I figured that's what he was gonna say. I would put you guys both together, except like, Marcos just gets mad more, and George like keeps it inside, and Marcos lets it out.
He does not keep it
I
inside.
pent up my
Fuck.
rage and anger.
Fuck no.
You let it out a little bit, and then you just put it back in. You're just like, no.
Oh,
No,
ah.
I catch myself. Okay, so what does happen when I do catch myself is like I catch myself feeling frustrated or flustered, and I'm just like, okay, I don't want to talk no more, and I just keep it to myself.
He mutes the
I know
mic.
it's because like when I was younger, I wouldn't keep it to myself, and then I would say things that I shouldn't say that would hurt people's feelings. So that's why I trained myself to not do that.
The reason I don't keep it inside is because I want you to get better. If we're gonna continue playing, I don't want to keep losing over and over and over. Step up your fucking game.
Kids.
How about you, Darlena? Who do you think's the biggest tryhard in SavePoint?
I think George. Just because I
Oh,
played
yeah.
more with George than Marcos, so.
I agree. He's the biggest tryhard.
I'm okay
Biggest
with that.
tryhard.
I like that title. Oh no, like you, Marcos, man. Okay, well, I mean, we talked about tryhards. If tryharding does not ruin gaming, in y'all's opinion, what actually does ruin gaming?
Well, like I said, for me, it won't be like the same as y'all. I think to me, there's a lot of different factors. Like personally, I don't like single player games. Story mode gets me super bored real fast. And to me, ruins gaming right now means bored. Like don't want to play a game. Because if something that ruined gaming, then I wouldn't be playing play any games anymore. Generally speaking, so I'm gonna take it as getting bored of a game. So to me, like story mode games, I get bored pretty fast. Like my attention span for them is pretty boring. to me, like playing with the squad or playing with friends is what makes a game interesting. Like talking with your friends, everybody just messing around. And messing around could be like messing around so you can win and actually like win, or like just literally trolling together between each other or something. So to me, like the squad is like what makes it more interesting. Of course, the game will always matter to some extent, but like I said, if I keep playing the same game over and over again, like if we play Don't Starve every day for like a week, and then both pair of my friends, or like both group of friends wants to keep playing for hours and hours, I get bored and I can't keep going no more. I can play, but I won't really be like playing. I'll play for a little while, and then after that I'll check out and I'll do some things. But it's not like the first 7 days we played or something. I think to me that's how it is. But like then you just go to another game, and then you come back to that game, and then you're good again. I don't know. You always need that side game. At least that's how I see it. I think I saw like this video or something that said like, or it's me that said like, I need a side hole for my first game, for my primary game. I always feel like you need like multiple games for gaming, because you get bored, especially right now during COVID, where gaming is pretty much most of what we can do correctly.
I think the lack of content.
What do you mean? Like there's not enough video games?
No, there's enough video games, but like if once you had endgame on a game, like if there's no content after you finish endgame, I feel like that's when it starts getting boring and it ruins the game, because you don't want to play it anymore, So I guess if there's no updates or anything like that, I would say. Because like people try harding, there's always going to be that. Start getting guilds, there's always going to be that. There's I think that's what only kills a game. If it gets repetitive and like isn't interesting anymore, it's a boring game for you, and you're not gonna want to play it anymore.
For me, it's definitely toxicity ruins gaming for me. I would say, especially because I play League a lot, and that's pretty much known as the most toxic game out there right now. And I think it ruins the fun in gaming, because it goes hand in hand with like, kind of like raging and not giving up and everything, not trying. So I think that ruins it for me. Like it's just because it's like when someone is toxic to another person in the game, it kind of like that's kind of like emotionally like hurting someone, and I don't like seeing that in games as well, because you don't know like what that person's going through, and just like having some kind of trigger like that, you don't know how it's going to affect them, even though you think it's harmless kind of thing.
I was going to piggyback off what you were saying. I agree. I think for me, toxicity is the biggest thing that is a turnoff for gaming. Whenever I do witness toxicity, like for Marcos, I think it's funny because I'm in the Discord with him.
Hello?
Because he's just raging at somebody, but at the same time, I just feel kind of bad. I'm just like what if, like, okay, I'll give you a perfect example. When you flame a van, I was like, damn, dude, that shit was so pasado, dude. I was like, Marcos, you have to say sorry to him, bro. That's really pasado.
So, for viewers, we were streaming Among Us, a game of deception and trying to get away with killing your squad. At one point, you have to yell to get your point across. I'm not gonna sit there and you'll be like, oh yeah, I think it's Adan. I don't think it's Adan. Okay. No, dude! I think it's him! And we're gonna fucking get it, bro! Whether I want to or not.
Okay, so I agree that you have to be well-spoken in order to play that game, but there comes to a point when you're just like, Adan, you're a fucking retard! Get him out of here! He's it! Bye-bye, dum-dum! Bye-bye! And then you kick him,
bro.
He's not the imposter, and he just mutes himself. And then I'm just like, oh, dude, like, I'm sorry, bro.
Bro.
Like, and then Mark was
Look.
like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, dude, I thought it was like done.
Because I'm not trying to tell him as a person. It's just in that moment. Like, how is he not connecting one-on-one together, you know?
No, I
Like-
totally understand. I was frustrated too, but there comes to a point where I'm just like, damn, dude, it seems like you're hurting his feelings. But at the same time, just like, you guys know each other forever, so I don't think it's going to be personal. But it seemed like he took it personally because he muted himself and he didn't want to say anything anymore. And then the next day I was like, Marcos, apologize, Marcos. And then I'm sorry. Like, and then Adan's like, it's okay, Marcos. And stuff like that. And I was like, okay, so. But there comes a point where it does become like toxicity is just taken to the next level. Or tryharding gets taken to the next level and it becomes toxicity. And that's where, for me, it loses its value to me.
What I think ruins like gaming in general, there's some people that like single player games and that's all they play, which I'm fine with. But for me, I think I need a variety of that. Like if I just continue playing with myself, then eventually I'm gonna get tired of it and not want to, play it or just move to something else. But also like what Nick was saying, how repetitive the game could be, and how like loss of interest can happen. You have Fall Guys and you have like Warzone that have like new seasons coming up. Especially with Fall Guys, there's already season 2 coming in October, if I'm not mistaken, with new maps. So that keeps the interest going. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was getting a little burnt out of Fall Guys, especially with I come in first game in, I already get a dub. I'm like, GG boys, I'm out. Where's y'all's dubs?
Cállate, güey.
But honestly, I think that would be one of the main points of what ruins the fun in gaming. It's not that the environment. It's more so like is the content still being updated in that current game, and also like for a person who's used to playing single player and multiplayer, are they getting a different dose of each one?
So in my opinion, another thing that ruins gaming, I feel like it's a different topic, is cheating. How does everyone feel about like hackers and cheaters as a whole in gaming?
Get him the fuck out of here! I understand that you need some hacks to get better at the game, but you're fucking trash, kid. I think that there's no point in having hacks or cheats, especially if it's a multiplayer game that's very competitive. It's dumb, and that's why they do get banned. So you can tell that I do not like cheating in games. If it's a single player, go ahead, mod, do whatever the fuck you want to do, bro. As long as it's not affecting my gameplay, I don't care.
I don't know. I personally wouldn't really use cheats like mods in a game that's like a sandbox. I think that makes sense. I wouldn't consider that cheating. I mean, it just depends how you want to play the game. Like, there's a lot of people that play mods. Like, they play games with mods, but first they'll play the game with no mods, and then they pass it, and then they'll play with mods to see like a different sort of the game. Sometimes make it harder, make it easier. But like people cheating, like I think I just saw, the bad thing is that I don't know the name, but I read this article of this streamer that has like normal 1,000 viewers a day, I think, and he plays COD a lot. And he was streaming and they accidentally saw like engine something on like the screen, and it said like to toggle on like for them to auto select people essentially on Warzone. And he's known to be a really good like COD player. And so now we're like, wow, this guy's all bullshit way. But personally, I don't think there's a point in cheating, but I'm also not like trying to make money out of gaming. So I guess I understand why somebody would just want people to lure them if they're good, like, hey, I'm actually good at gaming. Can you please watch my stream? But I don't know, to me, I wouldn't do it, but that's just me. It doesn't seem right. I'm not here to just, try to make a program to fake me playing. If I'm playing, I'm the one playing. I don't need something to fake me playing.
Yeah, for me, I don't like cheating in gaming because it definitely ruins it for the rest of us. Like for Fall Guys, someone could just cheat and get the crown if they do like a floaty hack or something like that, or like the speed hack. But with the exception of that one time when I was streaming, with that speed hacker on the what was it called? The tiptoe.
TikTok.
Tiptoe way.
Tiptoe, yeah. Like the guy was going way too fast that he couldn't turn and he couldn't stay on the platform because it's going way too fast. So he got out eventually, and that was really funny to see. But there's also like bots, which I consider cheating too, because in games that have like a currency system and stuff, it affects the worth of things, right? So I play a lot of Path of Exile, and there's a bunch of bots in that game, and they definitely manipulate the price of the things that you trade in that game, and it really just ruins the fun in that.
Yeah, I guess like in RuneScape they use bots, right?
Yeah, they just mess up the economy so bad. I agree.
So for me, for multiplayer games, whenever someone cheats, it just tells me that they need like a third party something to help them aim or whatever. And I personally do not need anything to help me win, because I win easily, right, Marcus?
No.
I thought you were a bot, George. Oh.
Oh, okay. But to me, it doesn't really make any sense to cheat in just regular matchmaking. It does make sense when people get caught cheating in tournaments. Like, I know, for instance, in Fortnite, when Fortnite was taking over the world, there was these tournaments that Epic were making, and people that were in it were caught cheating. And for me, if you get caught cheating once, then boom, you're out. You're never going to be allowed to any more tournaments. I think it should be really strict for tournaments. And like I said, like if you get caught once in any game, you shouldn't be allowed to play in any tournament at all. Because it's, in the end of the day, it is for money, and it's to promote your game. And if you want to promote your game with this cheater exploiting your game, like, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense to me why someone would allow them to come back to the game. But with that being said, I feel like cheating and doing exploits are two different things. Cheating should be punished. Exploits should not be punished, because these are just bugs. For example, in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, there was a care package glitch where if you were holding a care package, you would haul ass. Okay? And no one should have been banned for that, right? Also, there was another glitch where if you're holding an emergency airdrop, and if you threw it while you were climbing something, you had infinite amounts of care pack or emergency airdrops. So these are exploits, and people find these games because people are going to put hundreds, thousands of hours in them, millions of hours, right? So like people are going to find these exploits. So these should not be punishable. And I don't like it when these exploits do get found out, and then the developers are like, if you do this exploit, you're getting banned. Well, it's not our fault that it's in the game in the first place. Okay, that's that. So like, I don't know, like, that's my 2 cents on cheating.
That's a bug, sir.
Yeah,
it's not intended to be there.
But still, like, it's not the person that's playing its fault that's there.
Yeah, it's not like you installed a third-party program to run that speed or anything.
Yeah, I mean, bugs are always there. We're all human as developers. People, like, everybody can make a mistake and add a bug. Like you said, there's people that make these games. There are teams of people working on these games. Mm-hmm. So when you work together with a team, something usually ends up happening. And
no,
that's why
I
you have
totally
to have
agree.
patches.
But what I'm trying to say is that it should not be. If people are caught doing these exploits, they shouldn't be banned for it. And I'll give you an example. In Overwatch, there was this bug where if you put a turret in spawn, if you're playing Torb and you put a turret in spawn, it would automatically shoot the enemy in spawn. So whoever was playing Torb and doing the exploit was banned. So what they should have done, rather than doing that, was just not allow people play Torb. That's easy. Just don't let that just lock that champion. I mean, they used to lock 2 champions for rotation, so I don't know why they couldn't just lock Torb if they knew that was an exploit. So cheating should be reprimanded. They should be kicked from the game entirely, disavowed. But exploits are okay. They make the game fun. Like, they're bug catchers basically.
My opinion on cheating in gaming, I honestly think if you have the results of cheating, you're probably garbage tier confirmed at this point. I get the joy, and I'm telling you the joy of beating cheaters in games. Now, it's rare that I do that, but you know, I think it's funny when a cheater doesn't, you know, win, because I'm like, damn, bro, like you're like at the pinnacle of tryhardness and you can't get the dub still. Like, bro, I think you need to reconsider your cheat. Yes. Do I wish it was eliminated from gaming? And honestly, I don't think so. Just because, you know, you get those other reactions from everyone else, you know, some good, some bad. But at the end of the day, you know, we're all about the memes. And cheaters end up bringing some memes out, especially from like famous streamers like Tin the Tap Man and like.
And even with Darlena, when she beat that.
Yeah, like with Darlena, when she
hacker.
caught that cheater on stream, it's just like this guy kept falling into the abyss because, you know, this cheating method didn't work with that type of map that we were in. But in general, it sucks it's in it. But in honesty, I mean, you know, it's not like it's there every single day consistently. Like, I have not yet met someone who deals with a cheater every single day. If they do, like, damn, you're very unlucky, bro.
I think it depends on what type of game you're playing. Because you might not know whenever you're playing like RuneScape or like those type of games, like MMORPGs. You might be playing with people that are cheating, but you just don't know. Like you said, the economy will move because there's bots, things like that. So I think there's a lot of games where there will be like cheaters. You just don't know they're cheating until they cheat. Or like, unless the cheat is something very obvious.
Honestly, I think what they should do, what they do in South Korea, where if you want to make an account, you need to use your social security. So if you
What
do
the
get
fuck?
banned, you're fucked. I think they should add that.
You took what I said seriously, man.
What? It's just, I mean, I think that's fucking awesome. Like, not even us as casual players, we can't even go like to a South Korean server, to South Korean, and make an account because they all have to use a social security, like for the Korean. I don't know what it's called. A Korean social security number.
What if they hack your computer and download a cheat?
Well, is that your fault for being dumb? You shouldn't be going to those weird websites.
Well, you don't always have to go to weird websites.
I'm pretty sure they have a support desk or something. Hey, someone hacked my computer. Here's the report of the scan that I made that it shows someone logged into my computer and downloaded it without my permission or something.
I mean, so if you were a Twitch streamer and, you know, let's say that there's this black hat hacker and he really doesn't like you and you're gonna get banned from games if you have whatever you cheat installed. You know, I like those guys can do whatever they want. They don't need to go log in. Like, they're gonna go into your computer somehow, some way, which is they could be social engineering, and that's fine. They'll get in there and then download the thing, screw your account, you're banned. So, and you're gonna go tell the guys, hey, I didn't do it.
Hey, South Korea does it somehow? They have to have a way already. I mean, it's working for them.
Yeah, I'm not. I think that system should be implemented only for competitive scene, and for the most part, most competitive players aren't Twitch streamers. So like, I don't know, they would have to have like a very angry fan to hack them and stuff like that. So I don't know. For me, my only catalyst for that would be competitive gamer only at like that enters tournaments. Other people can, I mean, they shouldn't hack, but if they do get caught, then they get kicked from the game.
Would they be able? Do you think they should be able to allow to make another account?
For competitive play, like for tournaments?
For casual play.
Casual play, yeah. I mean, you're paying the developers another $6. Yeah, sure. If it's free to play, I'm not sure if it's free to play. If you're paying for the license.
So you
yeah,
think if it's like a buy to play type of game, it's okay. You should just get banned and then you could buy a new account.
Yeah, I mean you're buying the license, and technically you're not even allowed to stream any of those games. Like, if we're talking about the copyright laws, once you buy the license, the company's only allowing you to use their thing. They're not allowing you to promote it and all that stuff, like show it on stream and stuff like that. But there's no reason for companies to come down on it because Nintendo does that. That's why I'm very hesitant to put Nintendo content, even though we have a whole series about it. But because Nintendo, if you put any of their games on YouTube, on Twitch, they'll come and DMCA you. Like you can't play their games without their permission. Because like I said, it's not yours. It's you're borrowing their license.
Yeah. That's interesting. That's a pretty expensive license.
That's also like another like why big streamers they don't stream Nintendo games, because that's also an issue.
I didn't know that. Today,
yeah, Nintendo's very like godo with that shit. Like they don't want people using their games freely.
I didn't know that either.
Because like I mean, when you buy the game, you only buy the license to play it. You're not allowed to continue streaming it. But it goes to a point where if they're streaming your game, it's more beneficial than negative.
They get that moolah.
Yeah, they get the big monies. And then it comes to a point where they start promoting you because you bring in the big monies, like Ninja getting promoted by Epic for Fortnite, because like he brought like millions and billions of money revenue to Epic. So yeah, it's more beneficial for them not to go hard on them with lawsuits. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, I think we're gonna wrap things up. This is SavePoint. We're signing out. We'll check you guys at the next SavePoint.
Later.
Bye.
Bye bye.